Part 1. The Whole Grain Truth. If the thought of your brain suffering over a bowl of savory pasta or a plate of sweet French toast seems far-fetched, brace yourself. You probably already knew that processed sugar and carbs weren't all that great for you, especially in excess. But so-called healthy carbohydrates like whole grains and natural sugars? Welcome to the Whole Grain Truth. In this part, we're going to explore what happens when the brain is bombarded by carbohydrates, many of which are packed with inflammatory ingredients like gluten that can irritate your nervous system. The damage can begin with daily nuisances like headaches and unexplained anxiety, and progress to more sinister disorders such as depression and dementia. We'll also look at the role common metabolic challenges like insulin resistance and diabetes play in neurological dysfunction, and see how we likely owe our obesity and Alzheimer's epidemics to our undying love for carbs and stark disdain for fat and cholesterol. By the end of this part, you'll have a new appreciation for dietary fat and an educated apprehension when it comes to most carbohydrates. You'll also learn that there are things you can do to spur the growth of new brain cells, gain control of your genetic destiny, and protect your mental faculties. Chapter 1. The Cornerstone of Brain Disease. What you don't know about inflammation. The chief function of the body is to carry the brain around. Thomas A. Edison. Imagine being transported back to the Paleolithic era of early humans who lived in caves and roamed the savannas tens of thousands of years ago. Pretend for a moment that language is not a barrier and you can communicate easily. You have the opportunity to tell them what the future is like. From a cross-legged perch on a dirt floor in front of a warm fire, you start by describing the wonders of our high-tech world, with its planes, trains, and automobiles, city skyscrapers, computers, televisions, smartphones, and the information highway that is the Internet. Humans have already traveled to the moon and back. At some point, the conversation moves to other lifestyle topics and what it's like to really live in the 21st century. You dive into describing modern medicine with its stupendous array of drugs to treat problems and combat diseases and germs. Serious threats to survival are few and far between. Not many people need to worry about crouching tigers, famine, and pestilence. You explain what it's like to shop at grocery stores and supermarkets, a totally foreign concept to these individuals. Food is plentiful, and you mention things like cheeseburgers, French fries, soda, pizza, bagels, bread, cinnamon rolls, pancakes, waffles, scones, pasta, cake, chips, crackers, cereal, ice cream, and candy. You can eat fruit all year long and access virtually any kind of food at the touch of a button or just a short drive away. Water and juice come in bottles for transportability. Although you try to avoid brand names, it's hard to resist because they have become such a part of life. Starbucks, Wonder Bread, Pepperidge Farm, Pillsbury, Lucky Charms, Skittles, Domino's, Subway, McDonald's, Gatorade, Haagen-Dazs, Cheerios, Yoplait, Cheez-It, Coke, Hershey's, and Budweiser. They are in awe, barely able to picture this future. Most of the features you chronicle are unfathomable. They can't even visualize a fast food restaurant or bread bar. The term junk food is impossible to put into words these people understand. Before you can even begin to mention some of the milestones that humans had to achieve over millennia, such as farming and herding, and later food manufacturing, they ask about the challenges modern people deal with. The obesity epidemic, which has gotten so much attention in your media lately, comes first to mind. This isn't an easy matter for their lean and toned bodies to grasp, and neither is your account of the chronic illnesses that plague society: heart disease, diabetes, depression, autoimmune disorders, cancer, and dementia. These are totally unfamiliar to them, and they ask a lot of questions.